Hey, what's up guys, it's Gorilla Hands, and today I thought I'd share with you my initial impressions of the Firefall beta. It's closed to the public right now, but if you're interested in the gameplay, if you want to try it out for yourself, I think it's going to be open to the public in the next week or so. But if you don't know anything about the game at all, to give you guys some background, it's going to be a free-to-play first-person MMO. Now, I have zero experience in this genre. I've played other MMOs in the past though, but they've all been RPGs, so I've played stuff like World of Warcraft, DC Universe Online, City of Heroes, but definitely nothing like this. So it's going to be kind of difficult to give you guys like a full-on review, just because I'm so new to this type of genre. And on top of that, I mean, it's in beta, so things are going to change. And also, like most MMOs, it normally requires a pretty hefty time investment to truly understand everything that there is to do in this game. I've only played it for about 2 or 3 hours, and I've barely scratched the surface. One of the things that I really want to try out that they put a lot of emphasis in is PvP. If you're not familiar with that terminology, in MMOs there's PvP and PvE. PvE is players versus environment, or players versus AI controlled enemies, which is that's what I do in this gameplay. I'm just fighting computer controlled AI. But then there's also PvP, which is players versus other humans. And in PvP they're going to have stuff like TDM, I believe they're going to have capture the flag. They've got something that sounds like domination, and then another game mode which is attack and defend, in which the defending team has 3 points that they need to protect, and if the attacking team manages to take control of all 3 of those points, they win the round, and then you switch sides. So a lot of potential for PvP. I think they're going to be adding in more game modes in the future as well, but I haven't tried it yet, but it seems very interesting. On top of that, there's 5 different classes that you can play as. There's the Medic, which is what I'm playing in this gameplay. There's the Recon or Sniper kit. There's the Dreadnought class, which is basically a tank. There's the Assault class, and then finally there's the Engineering class. And from what I've seen from the Engineering class, it works kind of like Team Fortress 2. They can build turrets to defend different areas, but I've only played as the Medic, so I haven't tried any of the other classes yet. And then on top of that, each of these classes have 3 different tech trees that they can use to customize their character. So there's a lot of potential replayability in this game, a lot of different ways you can customize your character. Some of the things I like about it, the controls work very well. I love the visual style. You can go from being in the jungle to the open plains to a city. I think there's deserts, there's snow areas. Haven't gotten to there yet because I've only played in a small section of the map. There's a lot of different visual differences, and I really like the artistic style they've done with this game. I like the different ways you can travel throughout the game. You can get a motorcycle, you can get gliders. I think there's other things as well, but I've gotten all this stuff fairly early. In other MMOs, this type of travel normally takes a long time to get, so I really like that about the game also. And a big thing that I'm really enjoying is the dynamic events in this game. So you're in a big open world, and like in most MMOs, when you're in this big open world, you go to a quest giver, he says, hey, go here and collect XYZ, or go here and kill him, him, and him, and then come back and report to me. In this game, when you're out in the field, stuff just happens at random. Like, say, for instance, there's a crash thumper or a crash dropship, and enemies just are going to all of a sudden, like right here, this is a crash dropship, and enemies are going to start spawning out of it. You got to kill all the enemies and take out the crash ship. This happens completely at random. They're dynamic quests. And some quests require maybe 3 or 4 people or 2 people to complete, and sometimes it requires like 20, 30 people. You'll see at the end of the video, we're taking on like this giant Nexus Chamber. So I really like those things about the game. Some of the stuff that I'm not liking, like I said, the dynamic events are really cool, but I could see them being kind of repetitive. They all seem to boil down to either just blow this thing up or defend this for 2 or 3 minutes. So hopefully those dynamic events will change and become a little bit more varied as I get access to different areas of the world. And the other thing I'm not really crazy about is the UI. It's not as smooth or as intuitive as other UIs I've worked with in the past. But I'll keep putting up gameplay. If you guys are interested, definitely go check out the beta. It's going to be available, I think, to everybody, like I said earlier, to everybody, I think, next week. But yeah, really enjoying this game so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And like always, take it easy.